Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Weight Loss for Life and I'm Irene Rubom Keller, licensed psychotherapist and author of the book Foodaholic, The 7 Stages to Permanent Weight Loss. Today I'm going to be coming to you with 18 things you can do to celebrate without using food. Coming up. All right, so let's say you've just had a very big victory. You just got a new client, or you just got a new boyfriend, or you just had some kind of fabulous win in the world and you want to celebrate. What do we think of? Food, right? I mean, we think of going out to dinner, or going out to brunch, or we think of having a special meal, some special dessert. Food. And when you think about cultural celebrations, I think about Thanksgiving, right? Not just food, but specific food. You know, you think about Christmas cookies, right? One time a year, that special food. So celebrating with food is part of the culture, and it's not a bad thing. It's just that I want to give you other ways to celebrate. So for example, let's say you lose 10 pounds, you're not going to then celebrate by overeating or eating a hot fudge sundae, or, you know, in a sense, sabotaging your weight loss in that way. So here are 18 things you can do instead of eat to celebrate. Number 1, dance. A lot of people I asked this question of dance, and one in particular, she goes to YouTube and she goes to Carnival in Brazil and she dances along with the Carnival dancers in Brazil at home, you know, on YouTube. So to celebrate a big win, you can dance. And I don't know if you guys know who Ed Nava is. If you haven't seen him on TikTok or YouTube, he's on YouTube too. He dances. He's 74 years old, and you should see him dance. So check him out, Ed Nava. If I can find him and link him, I'll link him in my description. Hi, Ed. All right, so number 1, dance. And the second thing that you can do to celebrate without food is go for a hike. Many of the people that I asked actually hike. So if you want to go for a special hike to celebrate something in particular, then that would be a really good way to celebrate without eating. Number 3, and this is going to depend on your budget, of course, but spa day. I don't usually do spa day, but a lot of my friends do, and so you could book a massage or a facial or something special, whatever it is that you're going to use to celebrate. Make sure it's special. You know, if you get a massage every single week, then it's not going to be a special celebration. But if it's not something you normally do and you want to, then spa day is a great way to celebrate without eating. Some people really like to go to the movies. I haven't gone to an actual movie since the pandemic, but people do still go and see movies in the theater, and if that's something you like, then you could go take yourself to a really fun movie as a way to celebrate and not eat. The movies can be a little problematic if you have paired eating with the movies, if you have paired popcorn and the movies. So if that's an issue, then maybe not go to the movies. If not, then great, go see a movie. And this one will also depend on your relationship status and all of that, but have sex as a way to celebrate. And if that's something that you do all the time anyway, it's not going to be that special. So special sex as a way to celebrate. You could go for a bike ride to celebrate. Several of my Facebook friends, when I asked them this question, chose the bike ride as a celebration. So maybe even bike riding somewhere special would be fun to do. Bike ride. The next thing to try is drinking something special. And I don't mean alcohol or anything really high in calories, but one of my friends suggested an Arnold Palmer, which I don't know if you've ever had an Arnold Palmer. It doesn't sound good to me, but people love them. They're lemonade mixed with iced tea. So some calories in the lemonade, but, you know, depending on the tea lemonade ratio, not that much. So have a special drink, an Arnold Palmer or a non-fat cappuccino or something like that to celebrate. You could go hear live music if that's something you enjoy doing. So a concert, or even just to go to like a jazz club or something like that and listen to live music would be a fun celebration, and you don't have to eat there or drink alcohol. So you could go to the jazz club and have your Arnold Palmer and combine two types of celebrations in one. You could write a gratitude list. That's a fun thing to do, and actually is sort of a way to celebrate, because generally, let's just say you got a new client, if it's your career that you're celebrating, there are other things to celebrate too. And when you write the gratitude list, it makes you feel really good. So that's a way to celebrate, write a gratitude list. You could go ice skating. It depends on where you live, if it's available, or how you feel about ice skating. I don't know if you can. If you can, you like it, go ice skating. That would be a fun celebration. Just don't hurt yourself. Another way to celebrate for some of you would be to take a nap or sleep. Some people find that to be very invigorating and rejuvenating and like a reward. So if sleeping or napping is a reward to you, you can sleep instead of eat to celebrate. You could go shopping to celebrate. This one you have to be careful with, because shopping can be addicting just like food can be. So if you can do it in a controlled manner, then shopping can be a way to celebrate, or perhaps buy yourself one special thing to celebrate that will remind you of this win would be a good way to do it without eating. You could play a game to celebrate. I don't really know what games you would play, but if it's not something that you normally do, and I know people are into pickleball now, you could go try pickleball, or do something fun like that. That would be a game. I know in London, if those of you who are there, they have life-size Monopoly. I would love to try that. Have any of you tried it? Tell me in the comments if you had life-size Monopoly. So play a game. You could explore a new place, and that doesn't necessarily mean go on a whole trip, but you could explore a new place. So you could, even where you live, there has to be places that you haven't yet been, and so going somewhere new could be a celebration too. You could take a bubble bath. I know there are people that absolutely love bubble baths but don't do them very often, and you could do like a whole, with the candles and the flowers and the whole beautiful thing around the bath. So taking a bubble bath could be a really beautiful way to celebrate. And again, if you take a bubble bath every day, it's not going to be a celebration, so only if it's not something you normally do. And the last thing people suggested was to vape or smoke weed. So for those of you that enjoy weed and don't smoke weed all the time, that would be a way to celebrate without taking in calories, unless smoking weed gives you the munchies and would lead to overeating, in which case that's not a good choice. But if it's a safe choice for you, then vaping. And that's it for today. Those are the 18 things you can try to do to celebrate a victory without using a food. It's good to do these things as a way of practicing celebrating without food, because the more you choose other rewards, the more those other rewards will come to your mind when you celebrate something. There's a win, oh, spot A, as opposed to there's a win, food. You practice the new response, and it gets stronger and easier to do in the future. So if you got anything out of this video, please like and subscribe, and come back and see me again sometime, and good luck on your weight loss journey.